Have you ever wondered why, in our search for real connections, we sometimes end up feeling more distant than ever? Today, we're going to tackle this head-on, diving into those moments when we sense someone might not be a fan of ours, even if they don't say it out loud. As we look for the hidden signs of dislike, we'll use Stoic wisdom not just to spot these moments, but to handle them with grace and maybe even turn things around. Together, we'll learn how to read the room, pick up on the vibe, and make every interaction a chance to grow stronger and more connected. Ready to become a bit of a mind reader and a heart healer? Let's dive in. Here are the 10 signs someone secretly dislikes you. 1. They avoid you as much as possible. Ever felt like someone is avoiding you? It could be in the little things. They're hard to pin down. Their messages are short and sweet, if they reply at all. Or they seem to be busy every time you suggest meeting up. It happens, and it's not great to be on the receiving end. But here's the thing. Stoicism teaches us to see this as a chance to check in with ourselves. Was it something I said? Or maybe it's not about me at all. It's about them. Marcus Aurelius, a wise Stoic, once said something along the lines of, "Before you get upset with someone else's behavior, take a good look at your own." Maybe we've done the same thing to someone else, even if we didn't mean to. So, if you feel someone pulling away, don't jump to conclusions. Maybe it's a cue to have an honest chat, to be more understanding, or to let go and focus on the people who stick around. Sometimes, it's these moments that nudge us to grow a little more, to connect a bit deeper, and to really appreciate those who want to be in our lives. 2. Their body language says it all. Ever caught someone's eye and immediately knew what they were thinking without them saying a word? Our bodies have their own way of talking, and often they're saying a lot more than our mouths. Stoicism nudges us to really see, not just look, at the way people stand, sit, or where they look when we're talking. Relaxed shoulders and direct eye contact? They're in the conversation with you. But if their arms are crossed or they're looking everywhere but at you, they might just be building walls, not bridges. Stoic wisdom, like the kind Seneca talked about, isn't about guessing games. It's about watching, listening, and understanding what's going on beneath the surface. Next time you're chatting with someone and notice their body saying something different from their words, take a breath. Don't jump to conclusions. Maybe there's a chance to turn that barrier into a new bridge to understanding. That's what navigating life's silent conversations is all about. 3. They listen to you, half-heartedly. Ever found yourself pouring your heart out, only to notice the person you're talking to is scrolling through their phone, nodding along absent-mindedly? It's like you're speaking, but your words are just skipping stones on the surface of their attention. This kind of half-hearted listening is a quiet signal that maybe, just maybe, you're not being truly heard. Stoicism teaches us to listen twice as much as we speak. A handy tip from the old philosopher Epictetus. So when you're getting those half-baked replies or seeing that far-off look in their eyes, it's a cue from the Stoics to pause and reflect. Ask yourself, why might they be distracted? Is there a chance to steer this conversation back on course? Next time this happens, let's not jump to conclusions. Instead, let's try a little patience, a little understanding, and see if we can't turn that monologue into a real dialogue. After all, truly connecting is about listening, not just waiting for your turn to talk. 4. They're curt with you. You know those conversations that end before they even start? You ask how someone's day was and get a fine that's as cold as an icy sidewalk. That's someone being curt with you, and it can leave you feeling like you've just hit a wall instead of having a chat. The ancient Stoics had a smart way of looking at this. They'd say, every short answer gives us a chance to practice patience and not take it personally. Maybe the person's just having a rough day, or maybe they're not much of a talker. It's not about you, it's about them. So the next time you get a one-word answer, remember good old Marcus Aurelius. He'd probably tell you not to assume the worst. Instead, give them space, maybe they'll come around. And if not, that's okay too. The best chats are the ones where everyone's really into it anyway. 5. They don't make an effort to understand. You ever felt like you're talking, but the person you're talking to just isn't getting it? It's like your words are just bouncing off a wall. When someone doesn't make the effort to understand you, it can leave you feeling a bit invisible. But here's a thought. Maybe it's not about you. Like the Stoics believed, sometimes you just gotta roll with it. They'd say focus on what you can control and let go of what you can't. So, if you're feeling unheard, take a step back. Are they really not getting you, or are they just not the listening type? Either way, it's cool. You know your worth isn't measured by how well others get you, but by how true you stay to yourself. So, keep being you. The right people will hear you loud and clear. And for the others, just keep on speaking your truth. Maybe they'll catch on, maybe not. Either way, you're good. 6. There's a lack of trust. Trust is the glue in any relationship, and when it starts to peel off, things can get a bit shaky. It's like someone's always holding back, not really sharing what they think or feel. The Stoics had a good grip on this. They'd say, use those ears more than your mouth. It's all about listening and understanding where the other person's coming from. If you're getting the vibe that someone's pulling away, don't just brush it off. Maybe they're just naturally reserved, or maybe they're putting up walls for a reason. The thing is, you can't force trust, but you can be the kind of person others feel comfortable opening up to. So next time you feel that gap, don't jump to conclusions. Be patient, be kind, and just be there. Sometimes that's all it takes to bridge the gap. And remember, building trust is a journey, not a sprint. 7. They get easily frustrated with you. Sometimes it feels like just being around you is enough to put someone in a bad mood. They snap over the smallest things, and every little chat turns into a big deal. If you're nodding along, you know exactly what I mean. But here's a thought. What if it's not about you? Stoic philosophy suggests taking a step back. Maybe they've got stuff going on you don't know about. The thing is, you can't control their feelings, but you can control how you react. So, keep your cool. Be like that old Stoic, Marcus Aurelius, who said to be understanding with others and tough on yourself. Next time someone gets snappy, don't snap back or take it to heart. Stay chill, and who knows, your calm might just be contagious. Remember, rough seas show the best sailors, and dealing with a little frustration might just help you steer your own ship a bit better. 8. Their etiquette is forced. Sometimes you run into people who are all pleasantries, all smiles, but you can't shake the feeling it's just for show. Stoicism throws us a lifeline here, telling us not to get ruffled by the surface waves, but to dive deeper, looking for what's really going on. Forced politeness. Could be they're just trying to keep the peace, or maybe they're not sure how to be around you yet. That's where we need to channel our inner Epictetus, the Stoic thinker, who reminded us that it's not what's happening that bugs us, but how we think about it. So next time someone hits you with a compliment that feels more like a low-key diss, or their smile doesn't quite reach their eyes, don't take the bait. Stay cool, give them the benefit of the doubt, and keep being genuine. After all, it's not about getting everyone to like you, it's about being okay if they don't. 9. They never invite you to social gatherings. Ever noticed when you're the one not getting the invite to hang out? It's like a quiet nudge saying you're not on the list, and yeah, it stings. But here's a different spin, something the Stoics would nod at. It's not about making every gathering, it's about the company that counts when you are there. Marcus Aurelius, the old Stoic emperor, would probably say that it's not about the parties you miss, but about the moments you share. So, you're not at every bash. Big deal. What matters is being present for the good times that you are a part of, and making those count. Being left out? It's a chance to check out who's really in your corner and to find peace with that. It's about quality, not quantity. So next time that group selfie without you pops up, just remember, your worth isn't measured by an invite. Keep your head high and your heart open to the get-togethers that matter. 10. Your guts are telling you something is wrong. Got that funny feeling in your stomach that something's off? That's your gut talking, and it's usually worth a listen. It's like having an inner alarm bell that goes off when things aren't quite right. But here's the deal. Sometimes our own worries can set that bell ringing when everything is actually okay. The Stoics were onto something when they said, we've got to balance those gut feelings with a bit of common sense. Sure, listen to what your instincts are telling you, but also take a moment to ask yourself, is this for real, or am I just overthinking it? When you've got that gut feeling, don't jump to conclusions or let anxiety take the wheel. Instead, take a breath, step back, and look at the big picture. Keep building the good relationships and don't sweat the rest. Life's a mixtape of feelings and facts. Make sure you're listening to both sides. We've journeyed through the subtle cues of hidden dislikes, from forced politeness to exclusion from gatherings. Remember, understanding these signs isn't about dwelling on negativity, but empowering ourselves to foster positive relationships and self-growth. If this resonated with you, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more insights. Surround yourself with positivity and those who truly value you. For more on navigating life's complexities with grace, check out our recommended videos. Keep cherishing those genuine connections and always remember your worth. Stay tuned and stay uplifted.